guys, welcome back to Evera fashion class. So today I'm going to show you how to cut a bodycon dress in the simplest way and how to calculate the measurements in just a simple way. After that, this bodycon dress is going to have a puff sleeve. Then on the next video I'll teach you how to stitch the sleeve and stitch the dress to its fully form. So let's get into the video. So what you need for this one, you just need the scissors, the chalk, the tape measure, the scissors, the chalk, and our measurements. And these are our measurements, as you can see them. Then what you need again is for the puff sleeve, you're going to use African print, and this is the one that you're going to use. For now, I'm not going to show you on this video how to cut the puff sleeve, so you're going to use this one to cut. I'm going to use this one to cut the bodycon dress. So when you see this material is stretching on this side, I told you before it's a stretching fabric. This side is not stretching. So the best way when you're cutting your bodycon dress and you want it to stretch, you have to cut your fabric like this with this side. So what you're going to do, because this side is stretching, you're going to put your fabric like this. So I'm going to fold it. The stretching fabric sometimes are stubborn. Just move all over. So this is the side that is stretching. You have to make sure this is stretching before you cut the fabric. So after folding our fabric, we're going to start with our measurements. And what you're going to do, check on the shoulders and see our shoulders is 15, our bust is 39, our waist is 32, our waistline, that's bodice, is 15, but you're going to use 16, then hips is 50, then full length is 42. So first of all, because this fabric here is kind of unfinished, so you're going to start over here. So the crossback is 15. So 15, as we always calculate, is 15 divided by 2 plus a half. So to get the shoulders, so 15 divided by 2, that's 7 and a half. 7 and a half plus a half, that's 8. So our shoulders is 8. So after that, you're going to get the bust line, or we can get all the lines for, you can get the hip line, you get the waistline, and get the bust line. So bust is, let's say 40 divided by 4, that's 10. And then our waistline is 16, so 16, we don't add anything, we just put 16. Then our hip line, from the waist you go down by 8, but if someone is hips is bigger than 54, you put 9 instead of 8. So after that, you're going to take the full length. Measure our full length. Our full length is 42. So from here, you're going to get 42. So this are 42 plus 2 inches for allowance. That's folding allowance. So what you're going to do, you're just going to make the straight line. This is the straight line for the bust. So you can use a ruler if your lines are not perfect. You're not good in making a straight line, just use a ruler. And then our hip line is this one. So hip line, this is the waist line, and this is the bust line. And that our shoulders was 8. You're going to put here 8. So 8. That's our shoulders. So from there, you're going to take the waist. From the waistline, you're going to take our waist there. So 32 divided by 4, that's 8. 8 or 9. 32 divided by 4, it's 8. So 8 divided by 8, okay, it's 34 divided by 8, 34 divided by 4, sorry. 38 divided by 4 is 8. No, I'm just using the wrong machine. 32, that's our waist. 32 divided by 4 plus 2. Or you can use 1.5. So 32 divided by 4 is equals to 8. 8 plus 1.5, that's 9.5. So you're going to take our 8 here. That's for the waistline, and then you get 9.5. That's after adding the half. So the bust is 40. 40 divided by 2, that's 10. Divided by 4, that's 10. So it's 40 divided by 4 plus 1.5. It's 11.5. For the hips is 50. 50 divided by 4. 50 divided by 4 is 12.5. I'm not wrong. Let's take 12.5 plus 1.5. You get, that's 14. And 12.5 plus 1.5, that's 14. So after getting the hips 14, when you come down here, where our length is ending is just 14 minus 3. So 14 minus 3, that's 11. So our down part is 11. So we're going to join the down part with the hip. So we're going to join the bust line with the hip, with the waistline. Then from the waistline, you join with the hip line, then going down. So we come to our shoulders. On the shoulder line, you make sure you go down by 1, because most of our shoulders are always slant, so you can't miss that. And when it comes to the neckline, it depends on how wide you want your neckline to be. So you'll use 3 going inside and going downwards. I'm going to use 6 because it's going to be more deeper. But please use 5 so that you can have enough measurements for the folding. So after that, you're going down by 1. So you join your neck with the shoulder line. So from that, you're going to measure here, and here is 9. 9 divided by 2, that's 4.5. So this is our middle part. Then you go inside by 1/2. Then we join like this to get the armhole. So that's our pattern. As simple as that. You see, we go first the shoulder line, then you came to the bust line, then you came to the waistline, then the hip line, and from the bust line is where you get your bust measurements. Bust measurements is 40 divided by 4 plus 1.5. When it comes to waist, it's 32 divided by 4 plus 1.5. Then hips is divided by 4 plus 1.5. But the shoulders is where you divide by 2, then you add 1/2 for the allowance. Let's cut that pattern out. So this is our front piece. You can see how it came out. Like that. This is our front piece. Just looks like that. That's the pattern, how it looks like. So from that, you're going to use it to cut our back piece. This is our back piece, and you're going to put a zipper at the back. So you're going to leave like 1 inch allowance. This is 1 inch allowance here for the back piece and for the zipper. So the back piece, you're going back down by 2. They don't have to be on the same level with the front piece. The neckline. That's the only different part when you're cutting the back piece. It's different from the front line because you're adding 1 inch for the zipper allowance, and then we go down by 2 for the neckline. And then to avoid for armhole to come up the time you're wearing this dress, you have to cut 1 inch inside or 1/2 inch inside for the front part. What I've done, you see, you can see that they're not in the same level. Then you can divide by 2 this, the back piece. So you can mark here. It will be easier to guide you. And that's our bodice dress, bodycon dress, not the bodice dress. This is our bodycon dress. So I can show you how the back piece looks like. This is how our back piece looks like. This diamond's like that. So when you place your front piece on top, and there you have your bodycon dress. So when you're sewing this dress, mostly you can choose to put the darts. If you don't want the darts, you can leave it plain because it's stretchy, it doesn't need that. But as for me, I'll put the darts in front and back so it will be easier for me to. So anytime you're wearing, when you have a bag that, our bags are different. Sometimes your bag is deeper. If find other people's backs are deeper, so the dress will like be pulling itself out. So for it to be snatched to your body, you have to make sure you put the darts at the back. And that's our dress, our bodycon dress. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channels so that and hit the notification bell, so anytime I upload my video, you'll be notified that Evera Designs has got another video on, so that you can learn this lesson. Subscribe. Thank you. See you on the next one, where I'm going to show you how to cut the puff sleeve.